Let's be honest. When a woman's hiding something, she won't tell you outright. She'll use words that sound harmless, calm, and even kind, but behind them lies a story she doesn't want you to see. Women rarely confess when something's wrong. Instead, they camouflage the truth, using emotional language, distraction, or even guilt to protect their image. But here's the dark psychology behind it. When a woman hides something, her words always change before her behavior does. So today, I'm going to expose 5 common lies women tell when they're hiding something. Whether it's about emotions, attention, or loyalty, these patterns always reveal the same thing: a woman's emotional truth trying to leak through the cracks. Now, before we dive in, understand this. These aren't accusations. These are observations, patterns that repeat across cultures, relationships, and generations. Because human psychology doesn't lie, even when people do. And the sooner you understand the language of concealment, the sooner you stop being confused by mixed signals and start seeing the truth that's been in front of you all along. 1. I'm fine. Let's start with the most famous lie of them all. I'm fine. You've heard it. You've probably believed it once or twice. But when a woman says, I'm fine, in a flat tone, she's not fine. She's filtering. She's emotionally retreating, editing her truth to keep peace or maintain control. Psychologically, this is called emotional concealment, when someone suppresses truth to avoid accountability or conflict. Women do this because confrontation can expose emotions they're not ready to explain. So instead, they keep it short, vague, and detached. When she says she's fine but her tone goes cold, it's not calmness, it's containment. She's holding something in, and your instinct already knows it. Here's what most men miss. It's not just about the words. It's about the context surrounding them. When you ask her what's wrong and she responds with, I'm fine, while avoiding eye contact, crossing her arms, or turning her body away from you, that's not agreement. That's emotional withdrawal. She's creating distance without creating conflict. And that's the trap. Because by saying fine, she's technically not lying. She's just withholding. She's giving you permission to stop asking without giving you the truth. In relationships, this becomes a power dynamic. The person who controls the flow of information controls the emotional temperature of the relationship. When she says, I'm fine, repeatedly, she's training you to stop seeking depth, to stop probing, to accept surface-level answers as the full story. But you already feel it, don't you? That gnawing sense that something's off. That's your subconscious picking up on the incongruence between her words and her energy. Always remember, the truth hides not in her words, but in the pause before she says them. 2. You're overthinking it. This one is subtle but powerful. It's the go-to defense when a woman feels cornered by your intuition. When you sense something's wrong, her energy's off, her routine's changed, and she says, you're overthinking it. She's not reassuring you. She's redirecting the spotlight. This is a dark psychology tactic called gaslighting through minimization, making you question your perceptions so she can protect her narrative. It's not that you're overthinking, it's that she's under-explaining. A woman who's open will clarify. A woman who's hiding something will deflect. Think about it. When you bring up a legitimate concern and the response isn't an explanation but an accusation about your perception, what's really happening? She's turning the mirror back on you, making your awareness the problem instead of addressing what triggered that awareness in the first place. This tactic works because it targets your self-doubt. It makes you second-guess what you feel, what you saw, what you sensed. And over time, if you hear, you're overthinking enough, you stop trusting your gut. You start dismissing red flags as paranoia. You begin to apologize for noticing inconsistencies. That's not healthy communication. That's emotional manipulation dressed up as patience. Here's the reality. Intuition exists for a reason. Your subconscious processes thousands of microsignals that your conscious mind doesn't register. That uneasy feeling? It's data. It's pattern recognition. When she tells you you're overthinking, what she's often really saying is, you're noticing things I'm not ready to explain. And the moment you accept that label, the moment you shrink your awareness to keep the peace, you've handed over your power. So when she calls you paranoid or insecure, what she's really saying is, you're getting too close to the truth. 3. I've just been busy. Now this one might look innocent. Everyone's busy, right? But when busy becomes her favorite excuse, it's usually covering up avoidance. You used to talk every day. Now it's, sorry, I've just been busy. She used to make plans. Now it's, I've got a lot going on. This is how emotional distance hides in plain sight. In psychology, it's called avoidant detachment. She starts replacing emotional intimacy with productivity or distractions. But here's the twist. It's not that she suddenly has less time. It's that she's giving that time to someone or something that now feels more rewarding. Let's break this down even further. Time is the currency of priority. We make time for what matters. We all have 24 hours in a day, and yet somehow we find time for the things and people we truly care about. When a woman is genuinely interested, she doesn't need reminders to text back. She doesn't forget to call. She doesn't cancel plans last minute because something came up. She makes space. She creates windows. She reaches out even when her day is packed, because connection matters more than convenience. But when busy becomes a recurring theme, it's a signal, not of her schedule, but of her priorities shifting. Maybe she's losing interest. Maybe she's exploring other options. Maybe she's emotionally checked out but hasn't found the courage or the reason to end things yet. Whatever the cause, the result is the same. You're no longer at the center. You've moved to the periphery. And here's what makes this lie so effective. It's socially acceptable. No one can argue with busy. It sounds reasonable, sympathetic even. But pay attention to what happens when she's too busy for you, but never too busy for her phone. Never too busy to post on social media. Never too busy to engage with friends, hobbies, or new interests. That's not a time management issue. That's a priority shift you're not being told about. The moment she stops being too busy for her phone, but too busy for you, you're not her priority. You're her backup plan. 4. I don't want to talk about it right now. This one feels gentle, even reasonable. But when it becomes a pattern, it's not emotional protection. It's emotional control. See, women know timing is powerful. By saying, not right now, she pushes confrontation to a moment when she feels more prepared, or when you're too emotionally tired to bring it up again. That's not conflict avoidance, that's conversation control. She's buying time to compose herself, rewrite her story, or adjust what she'll tell you next. The dark psychology behind this is simple. People hide best in silence, and when she avoids conversations long enough, her version of truth becomes the only one left standing. Let's dig deeper into why this works so well. When someone delays a difficult conversation, they're betting on two things: that your urgency will fade, and that the gap in time will make confrontation feel less relevant. It's strategic ambiguity. By keeping you waiting, she controls the narrative. She decides when the conversation happens, how it happens, and what gets said. Meanwhile, you're left in emotional limbo, uncertain, anxious, wondering if you should push or give her space, wondering if you're being impatient or if you're being played. And here's the kicker. Most of the time, not right now never becomes, okay, let's talk. It just becomes, why are you still bringing this up? Or, I thought we moved past this. The conversation gets buried under time, and your concerns get reframed as grudges. That's not resolution, that's suppression. A woman who genuinely values the relationship will make space for hard conversations, not because they're comfortable, but because clarity matters more than comfort. But a woman who's hiding something, she'll delay, dodge, and deflect until you either forget or give up. Never accept "not right now" as the end of a conversation. It's just the start of a cover-up. 5. You have nothing to worry about. Now this is the masterpiece lie. It's confident, calm, and soothing. And that's exactly what makes it dangerous. When a woman says, you have nothing to worry about, while you're already feeling uneasy, it's not reassurance, it's psychological redirection. It's meant to soothe you enough to stop asking questions. But if everything were truly fine, you wouldn't need convincing, would you? In dark psychology, this is called false reassurance framing. It gives comfort while quietly protecting deception. It's manipulation coded in softness. Think about the mechanics of this phrase. It's designed to do two things simultaneously: calm your anxiety and shut down your curiosity. By telling you not to worry, she's implying that your concern is the problem, not whatever triggered it. She's reframing your awareness as insecurity, your caution as distrust. And in that reframing, she positions herself as the reasonable one, and you as the one overreacting. But here's what you need to understand. Genuine reassurance doesn't require repetition. It doesn't require convincing. When someone is truly being honest and transparent, their actions back up their words so consistently that reassurance becomes unnecessary. You don't worry because there's nothing to worry about, not because you've been told there isn't. But when reassurance is needed constantly, when you find yourself seeking confirmation again and again, that's not paranoia. That's your intuition screaming that something doesn't add up. A woman who's truly innocent won't need to tell you not to worry. Her actions will already make you feel safe. Here's the truth about all of this. Women don't always lie to hurt you. Sometimes they lie to protect themselves. From judgment, from conflict, from confrontation, from the vulnerability of being fully seen. But emotional truth isn't about what's said. It's about consistency between words, tone, and behavior. If her words say one thing but her actions whisper another, listen to the whispers. Because what women hide always comes through energy first, in the distance, in the silence, in the little emotional pauses that weren't there before. And the moment you stop reacting to what she says and start observing what she does, you'll never be confused again. Understanding these patterns isn't about becoming cynical. It's about becoming aware. It's about recognizing that communication is more than language. It's tonality, body language, consistency, follow-through. The lies we've explored today aren't unique to women. Humans hide truth when truth feels unsafe. But in relationships, awareness is everything. When you know the patterns, you stop being reactive. You stop questioning your sanity. You stop accepting explanations that don't match the evidence. You become grounded in observation, not assumption. And that's where your real power lies. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to like it. It really helps more people see it. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly breakdowns on dark psychology, attraction, and real human behavior. If you want to understand not just what women say, but what they mean, check out the other videos on this channel. Because once you understand the psychology behind human behavior, you stop chasing truth and start seeing it. Until next time, stay smart, stay calm, and never stop observing. Because awareness is your greatest power.